Kami masyarakat setempat kami tidak tahu. Kami kaget pagi-pagi kapal sudah ada di pelabuhan kami.
Ini hak kami di sini, hak dusun kami, marga Kuipalo.
I'm already facing a lot of intimidation, harassment. Of course, I'm worried.
Worrying is part of the survival and afraid as well. Some of my friends since said that the risk will increase because it's very sensitive, but at the same time, I think it's time to say loud and clear that, yeah, Indonesia government or Indonesia is really occupy West Papua just for natural resource, and this is a very primitive colonialism and using military as well. While we are doing this interview, we have cases that human rights activists was, attacked with acid in Jakarta just 2 days ago. So it's a new level of violence in public, Indonesian now.
Why is this film important for right now in terms of what is happening in West Papua?
First, because this is a very active armed conflict. This is a humanitarian story there. People get shot and die, both sides, and mostly, of course, the civilian, who unarmed one. And second, because of that, we have then more than 100,000 IDPs. And the third is because this is the story of world's largest deforestation in our time now, 2.5 million hectares. It's not an Amazon, it's not in Gaza or Middle East in terms of the bloodshed. These are right in front our door.
The audience have clear stories about West Papua because maybe the audience only hear about the war, about the
violence, fighting.
Yeah, violence, but of course they need to know that there's a biggest deforestation in the world.
What's your response to the Indonesian government who say that these agribusinesses and the projects are important for food security, for energy security?
We saw that there's nothing to do with food security. For more than 30 years, Indonesian governments tried to create a food estate with some model, cutting 1 million hectare forest under the Suharto administration in 1996 and didn't work until now. After the deforestation is the energy thing. So because you already cut 1 million hectares forest, then it's a waste if you just let it go and then you can plant it with oil palm plantation. So now the government tried to create bioethanol, sugarcane plantation, and then corn. The land that used to for the food stock now became to fuel. So it's limitless. If you convert rainforest to agriculture for food, for example, the limit is your stomach. So this is the limit. we cannot enlarge our stomach. But if you convert rainforest to the fuel, then the sky is the limit.
So essentially what we're saying is that the Indonesian government is masking food security in terms of sugarcane, rice and corn for economic benefits in terms of fuels.
And they use bioenergy or green energy as a must. So it's nothing to do with self-sufficient energy, self-sufficiency, because you're just feeding the private-based transportation system.
Now, Victor, as a legendary journalist in the region, your life has been, as we've discussed, threatened many times. What keeps you going in this fight for justice?
That is my land, and my people living there. I need to fight for them. That's my only choice.
What's your message to Pacific communities, media, around the visibility and reporting of West Papuan stories?
I travel a lot to Pacific Island, and I always say the sea level increasing every year. So where you guys in the Pacific Island can exit when the sea level rising up? Only us, Papua land, a big land.
The promised land?
Yeah, the promised land for the Pacific Islanders. We can save you a lot of Pacific Island people come to visit West Papua and living there together with us. So let's do something for West Papua.
For Australian viewers, we have story that your money as a taxpayer used by Sugar Research Australia to develop a seed for the sugarcane that plant in West Papua now. This is a very multinational interest as well. So the private company influence your public organization to help them develop a giant agribusiness in West Papua and using military backup. So I think it's very important for public in Australia to notice that what happened in West Papua.
Gereja-gereja di Indonesia mendukung masyarakat adat yang menolak proyek strategis nasional di tanah Papua.